Kyle Walker, I don't know if you remember this, had sat down with The Sun not too long ago and done an apology interview with The Sun newspaper to his wife. And I remember some of the conversation at the time being along the lines of, you know, as long as he's okay for being a complete cheat. When you're a poster boy or a poster person for a club, get a grip. The tweets! Apparently I'm sexist because I can't keep my in my pants.
It's quite good. So what you doing, Casper's out there eating the treadmill now? One. Just finish it.
Well, there's a feature. What is she eating?
Minge.
Oh. Hello, it's me. Welcome along to the Rants Band Show. Please like, please subscribe. No messing about today. I don't want to see all these likes and lack of subscribers. What do you think this is? Charity?
Charity.
I'm in it for the money.
Fair.
Hey, people are like, oh, you know, just, the money doesn't matter. I'm like, the money matters.
Well,
I used to be like that when I was younger. Now I've got too many kids.
what, for the money or not for the money?
Now I've got too many kids to not be able to afford the money.
Right, I'm with you. Okay.
How are you? How's things, Rue? You alright?
Oh, thriving.
Thriving.
Some would say,
Surviving.
yeah, some would say at the peak. At the peak. You ain't getting me down for the top of there, I'll tell you that much.
I will say one thing about
Yeah.
you. That is that there's always something.
Oh, there is almost something.
Must be tough being mum.
I know.
There's always something.
But do you know what they say? I know. I seen a clip on a podcast earlier and I need to listen to it. And basically humans are built for survival. So they're built for the ups and downs. And it's kind of, what is the point in just steady
Sailing.
norm and sailing along there?
Being good at
Do
everything.
you know what I mean? So you may as well have some bumps in the road, some battles, and you know, it's good for you, isn't it?
New year, same you. Try and get over another hurdle. And it'll make you resilient.
Hurdle.
Thing is though, like, you should be ordering your gravestone because, I mean, it's been hurdles all your life, in.
I know, but I just keep surviving, man. I'm like
I'm a
Jesus
survivor.
8.0. Do you know what I mean? I've said it before. I'll say it again. I have resurrected more times than the big man himself. Do you know, people are starting to look at me in the street and they're shouting, "God, is that you?" I'm like, oh,
It's just
it's me.
It's just me.
But I can see the similarities.
Well, that is blasphemous. So we'll get you cancelled
Do you know,
finally
is
for
it?
that one.
Aye. Well, I
Can't
actually used to
compare
think
yourself to the Lord
blasphemy
God, your Jesus.
was blasphemy. Who blasphemy? Since when's that word, man? What blasphemy?
Blasphemy. I
So
remember.
blasphemy sounds better.
We were in a group chat, sisters group chat. There's another one broken. Don't worry about her. Oh, she'll get really offended by that. We're just joking, honey. You're the best. And we were seeing in the group chat something about Roosh. Again, probably something happened. And she replied, blasphemy. And we were like, what does that mean? And she was like, that's what everyone says when. And we were like, do you
Well,
mean
that's what you say.
blasphemy?
Blasphemy.
You dumb,
If it's blasphemy.
you dumb ass. Anyway, how's everything else? What's been happening? I don't know what to ask.
When did we last speak? When did we last caught up?
It's been ages since we just sat down and had a blather. And we needed this today, but there's so much we can't talk about.
Yeah.
And then also at the same time, I'm probably going to have to be careful not to ask certain questions because then it's hard not to talk about when it's
I know,
shared
it's
life.
mad. I feel like I'm being gagged. Am I even allowed to say that? Or that'll be another thing?
No,
That'll be another thing?
You've got to play it safe, kids.
Aye, play the game. Anyway.
But you are having a baby on your own.
I am.
You are having a baby. Yeah.
Pregnant again.
Yeah. Lots of babies.
Baby daft me. It's just time, isn't it? It's time to
Maybe it's time
grow
to
up,
have a baby.
mature. I actually think I'm at a stage in my life where I could go and have a baby.
God.
Like myself, if I had to. Like, I could do it.
But do you want to?
Maybe not this year, but like next year I'd be like,
So you still want to have babies?
Maybe, why not? Yeah, I still want babies.
Do you?
Aye, I just might be older than you, but guess what that means?
Why
I'll
is that?
outlive you. Do you know there's a stat now? There's a stat now. If you have a child
older.
closer to 40, the chances are you will survive to 100 plus. So you'll be able to visiting your wee grave, putting down a wee flower here and there. Probably with your kids, they'll all meet up with them there.
Russia.
What do you mean?
That's not nice.
That is true.
You shouldn't put that out into the universe.
And they'll be like, thank he's gone, she's a pain in the arse. And I'll say, you're not wrong. Nah, but just
honey,
walking about.
then you'd have
Probably still wearing the same clobber.
You'd have your kid, you'd have Matu, and you'd have Jamie, because he's one of the other kids, so you need to bring him with you.
I think he'll
Do his pants
end
wash and all
up
that.
probably in his mum and dad's house. They'll still be alive. You'll be pampered, but they'll still be going.
Let's not just keep talking about me dying. I'd be so gutted if I died. I'd miss out on so much fun.
You'd love it. You'd be up there watching your funeral, crying and all that. Look.
And what is this? The saddest thing I've ever seen. It's great. Love it. Touched so many. Again,
will you plan your funeral?
Well, I want to be an organ donor.
Right.
Donate. I want to be an organ donor. Everyone must know that. You know that. Jamie knows that. You used to have a card. Now it's a case to take your organs.
Do you know? I
unless
think
you go
everyone is
against
now, unless you sign up to not be one.
So I want to be an organ donor, obviously. I'll haunt a few. Don't get me wrong. I've got a wee list. I'd love to be able to haunt someone. That could be fun.
People better watch yourself.
That's the silver lining of dying. Who do you want to haunt?
Right now, I've got a few people in mind.
Yeah.
Don't care how rich they are.
You talking about me?
What?
All my money? All my money? Sorry, honey. I'm right all
you know
over
what I mean?
Right, fair. Do you know what happened? Kyle Walker announced he wants to leave Man City.
Okay.
Have you ever in the past gone in and sat down with a manager and said you wanted to leave?
I think so, yeah.
Who? When?
I'm sure at Leicester. I was like, right, get me out.
Why?
Okay, it was nothing like, again, that was the start of Achilles Gate.
Right.
Is what it was. And I remember at the time the manager, I think, couldn't really deal with it, and then it had been agreed we'd be managed, and then he was just like, well, you're not playing.
Who was that, Jonathan Morgan?
Yeah, it was kind of going like that. I think something else had happened maybe. I think there was a bit of like, I don't know if the term I'm allowed to say, but there was like whispers going on, or like a bit of things being fed back. A bit of gossiping maybe, and I think he went with the gossiping instead of just maybe actually speaking to some older players. And I think there was a bit of that went on too. And yeah, I think that he was just like, right, well, you're not playing, done. And I was like, cool. I was like, well, I need to kind of be managed, and that was it. But I remember even that, like, rocking up, and I was like, look, I'm having a bit of bother with my Achilles, and I hadn't really had bother like that before. And basically, it was a young physio at the time, and I told her, and she was like, right, well, going to make you. We had mass testing that day, and she was pretty much just like, keep in mind, it's the first day of pre-season, it's the first time we've all been together and met. And I was like, oh, Jesus, I was like, I could. So anyway, I just smashed out the mass test, and then after I couldn't walk.
What's mass test?
It's like a fitness test, and you do. It's just like you do either like 1,000 metres or 1,200. So it's like 10 or 12 runs of the pitch,
right?
And you do it as fast as you can. And after that, it just gubbered my Achilles, and I hadn't had pain like that, so it was all like. Anyway, you look back now, and once you've had an issue like that, you see other ways you could deal with it, or how you could have got it sorted quicker or whatever. Didn't happen. That was that. And then I went to Birmingham, took a massive pay cut, was skint, and went to Birmingham. But I was like, I just wanted to play football at the time. I was like, well, I'm here. I want to play football. Went there and had a great time. We were fighting for survival at the bottom of the WSL, and it was banter. Yeah. We had a giggle, good people there.
Carla Ward was
there.
Ruby Mace, I remember that.
She
goal.
Was there. You had a few young ones. Emily Murphy was there. They were there alone. They were playing. Good players. It was good to like catch up with Christy again.
Yeah,
playing with Christy. G was there too.
Ha!
Aye. And yeah, so it was just like, it was cool. We knew that we had nothing. Yeah. We literally had nothing. Like at that point, the club didn't really care. I think it's fine for me to say that at that point. I know there's been a lot of changes made. There's been a lot of new investment owners, and it's really pushing on in the right direction now, and rightly so. But that time we didn't have it, and we didn't complain. We tried to fight for some things, and then but it was like we were just like there was something that happened behind the scenes there, like pushing for better. But like in terms of when it came to games, like we were all just we were called like the misfits is what we were. We were the misfits. No money, skint. Hannah Hampton in goal. You get Sarah Malin that's still playing now. There was still there was a team of like all right players, but like we were just out there with nothing, trying to do your best, clinging on for survival.
And you survived.
But we did survive.
You survived. Yeah. Last game of the season, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Or second last game of the season. Ruby Mace scored in like the dying seconds, injury time.
I can't mind that.
Ruby Mace, right. And I remember, I think you were on because you ran and you kind of fell on top of her.
No, I remember Emily Murphy doing that. And that was against West Ham. I remember that because it was there was a corner kick routine, and it came off well. Like we worked it well and scored. And I think it was one of the young ones that scored, but they might have scored in that game too. I can't mind. Anyway, but that was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah. But that's the only time I'd kind of been like, right, let me go.
And like
I've had issues before in the past, with managers before being like, this is why I think like my reputation could haunt me. But I'm like, I'm not bad. But I've had when I was younger, like maybe done some stupid things. I had a manager back in the day that wanted full control over everything I done. And he tried to push me out the club twice, and the girls all turned round and they held a meeting apparently and were like, she's not done anything wrong, like that's not right. And then I had to sit down with the manager and the GM and my parents. And then when they left the meeting, I was to go training. Then when they left to let me and the manager speak at the time, and he basically said something, and I was like, so it was just about control.
It's a good story for the book.
Inappropriate, but yeah, I can't say it right now. Inappropriate behaviour. Now it wouldn't stand. But yeah, that's probably the only times I've had that.
Wow. I just the reason I bring up the Kyle Walker stuff is that I was on Talksport this morning with Jeff Stelling and Ali McCoist, and we were talking about Kyle asking to leave, and is he the best right back? If not one of the best right backs that the Prem's ever seen. I mean, what he's won, watching him as a player, hands down the best. Now, it's believed that Kyle wants to go for the on and off the pitch media coverage that he gets. Now, the on the pitch media coverage is just the fact that he's now 34 years old. Players are starting to outrun him. Before, you couldn't get near Kyle Walker. He's got so much blistering pace. And I think the stats are that City have won 2 games with him, lost 2 games with him and won 11 games without him. So statistically, he is dropping off. They win more games this season without Kyle.
I mean, I wonder, is it now stuff that's been going on behind the scenes in his personal life? Is that's maybe caught up with him too? Is he not as focused? Is it maybe he just knows with himself that it's time to get out of there?
Right. So I said, Jeff then said something like,
excuse me about that. Hold on.
Oh.
Hello? Thank you. If you just leave it outside, it's code 45. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye-bye. Right, you talk.
Who is that?
Nando's.
Right, okay. So, anyway... You're disgusting. When are we ever going to be healthy, honestly, on that note? I can barely breathe. It's ridiculous. I don't belong in this country, I don't think. Oh, that was good. Anyway, my point being that Kyle Walker, I don't know if you remember this, had sat down with The Sun not too long ago and done an apology interview with The Sun newspaper to his wife, Annie Kellner, whom he has 4 kids, and apologised for having an extramarital affair with Lauren Goodman and had 2 children by her as well. One of the children he actually had whilst his wife Annie was pregnant. It was a massive story at the time, and quite often it's different in women's football. I feel like the off the pitch chat, or be it called gossip or private life stuff, is huge in women's football. Now, we're right, it shouldn't be, but it's out there because people talk and women sometimes discuss different things, right? Fine. Kyle Walker, what he did to his wife at the time, I remember being on air the morning that it was front page news, and he'd sat down with the Sun newspaper and been like, this is an absolute disgrace. And I remember some of the conversation at the time being along the lines of, as long as he's okay, as long as Pep puts an arm around his shoulder and makes sure he's all right in the situation. And I thought, what for being a complete cheat, for being all the things that sometimes male footballers are proven to be, bringing bad names to the game. He's obviously... someone to do that, I think, to a pregnant wife is terrible, right? It's absolutely terrible. I have no problem saying that. Your man sat down with the Sun newspaper and apologised to his wife via the Sun for his behaviour. So today, when it's in the newspapers that it's reported that he wants to leave and go to a new club because he wants to get away from the media speculation and all that kind of stuff in the newspapers.
Fresh minge.
He fancies a bit of that Italian stuff. I said, well, get a grip. When you're a poster boy or a poster person for a club, get a grip. Be a better person, right? You're absolutely minted. You've got the world at your feet. You're an incredible talent. Just make good choices. It's not that hard, right? It's not that hard. So my words were get a grip. The tweets. Apparently I'm sexist. Because I can't keep my pants. I'm sexist. Do me a solid. Calling Kyle Walker... No, sorry. Saying that Kyle Walker has to get a grip was very disrespectful. I'm disrespectful. What about his wife? What about the disrespect there? Where were these men calling out Kyle Walker the day that he sat down with his son? And by the way, your private life ain't private when you go to the press to say sorry to your wife for being a scumbag. So...
Okay, that was that then. And back to Good Morning with Shaban.
What you haven't? You said
I've got a rat.
But you said you were going to get a Brad and Dell's.
It was closed. Do you want a bite?
What is it?
I've got a chicken wrap.
What is it, medium or hot?
I think it's hot.
Right.
Want some?
No, I'm good. I'm going to continue venting. This morning, in reference to Kyle Walker and him being in the papers, and a lot said it's his own fault. Utterly disrespectful. Is it Pep's fault? Is it De Bruyne's fault? Is it my fault? Is it your fault? No, it's his fault. Kyle Walker is one of the best right backs the league's ever seen. He's won everything. He's incredible at football. But come on, let's stop being so pussyfooting around the situation that he was a dirtbag.
Well, it's probably coming from people that are doing the same. Do you know what I mean? I think in this day and age, it's probably the easiest time in the world to go and cheat on your partner, get with someone else, chase a new thrill. But I'm going to say it, I don't give a I know a lot of stories. I get if you've not seen it, blah, blah, blah. But there's no smoke without fire. Guy footballers are shocking. They'll do anything and they don't care. They'll have their families at home, the wives at home.
Some of them.
The
Not
majority.
all of them.
The majority.
The majority.
And they'll have their missuses at home with their family, which I'm sure they love. But in this world, when everything's so easy for them, and probably when they've been playing at a time where their arse wiped, they honestly, they everything's so accessible for them. Birds are throwing themselves at them. Probably boys and all. That'll come out at a later date.
Fair.
That's it. It's so easy for them to go and just get their bit away. Done.
Bit away.
Aye. It's something spice it up.
Simple as that.
It's as simple as that, but it's something different. It's not the wife. They love the wife probably, but they think they're entitled to go out and sleep with whatever.
And don't get me
because
wrong.
it's I can and
I think the wife there may be an agreement. There may be an agreement. Like, I give you this house and this lifestyle, and you have to be okay if I want to be a bit of a dog at times. There could be that agreement. It can happen it can happen in open relationships, women's relationships. But when he's sitting down to apologise to his wife via the son of all people, you telling me that was a fair agreement? It wasn't, you know. So shut up. I don't know why I'm venting to you guys. You guys are lovely. You just
but
don't
that goes
even
on
care.
in the game so much. Like it's the norm. You're probably weird if you're not doing that in the game.
Yeah. Oh, look at him.
The stories that I know, man.
He's freak. He's loyal.
The things I could say, but I'm not going to right now.
Have you ever had a male footballer try and get with you? Bearing in mind they must be not have much going on with the vision, but
Not now. When I was younger,
Did you?
A few disco winches and all that back in the day. But that was just banter, wasn't it?
who was your disco winches?
I'm not going into it.
Can I whisper?
No.
Men
I'll tell you
the
after.
men though?
Yeah.
Don't really know these stories. I kissed a footballer once.
Who, me?
Jamie Ahern, Tottenham Tots. Under 13, released for being too rotund.
Round.
Means round, yeah. Anyway,
The physique.
it worked out in his favour.
Yeah.
Who wants to play for Spurs? Well, yeah, that's true. What else can we talk about? A couple of things. Hayley Ladd has signed for Everton, which is a great move for her. I was meant to actually have her for an interview, but it's not worked out as yet. Great move for her.
Get away from me, freak.
Why am I freaked to Hayley Ladd?
Do you think she would have thought that? Do
No.
you think so?
Well, they did
I don't
agree to
know.
it, and then they said, no, actually, we're not going to do this, so maybe it is
Who
because
was
I'm a
this?
freak. Hayley Ladd.
Her personally or her agents? Or...
No, I think then the club had to agree and all
Right,
that.
aye, they probably thought you. No. Do you know what I mean?
Somebody else who's getting it.
The thing is, we're going
Press
to be getting-
managers, press officers, lighten up. Press officers, no, so-and-so who, you know, hasn't played a game ever,
Do you know
won't
what?
be able to do an
On
interview.
that note, what me off right now is we've just sat and spoke about how it's fine in like the men's game or in any job or life when infidelity is going on. Great word for me, thank you.
Infidelity? Love that.
But how we all know, and people, nothing really gets said about it, that's it, done, whatever. But we've got a podcast and we talk about tits, periods, tampons, football clubs, whatever's going on. But have a glass of wine, have a cider, talk about stuff like that. And people can't go it, people can't handle it, people at the top of places can't go it. I think now if you play football, it's kind of like, you, David Rattler, you can do something else. Go and be a scientist. That's great. That's fantastic. Do something like that, or go, but like, because you're here and you've got like a platform and you can speak and it doesn't fall into a line with people in clubs, you're a problem, it's a threat, isn't it? It's so true.
It's because I think
Susan Boyle,
you're probably given maybe people work to do, you know.
We work, lighten up, I'm Bants.
You keep telling yourself that, honey. But I think there's probably a number of clubs who are probably understaffed, not being paid enough, right? And they're trying to now, they're in the limelight, the club's getting attention, all that kind of stuff. It's quite good. That's disgusting, isn't it? That's really good. No, please. Please, it's so good.
Have one more
Even
bite.
though that's healthy, I'm on my diet now. I'm on week 2.
Aye. So what you think, Castri's out there eating the treadmill now?
I stink because I'm eating so much protein. Oh my God, the farts. Protein farts.
Me too, I've upped my protein intake and I'm stinky winky.
That's hot.
I'm just sitting in there and in my bed at night farting. Just wafting up all angles and I'm like, it's not good.
Lifting up all angles. No wonder my cat hates you now. Anyway, done bitching about clubs and press officers. It's not all press officers, some of them are great. But anyone has to do their job. It's your job, as Roy Keane would say. It's your job. It is your job. What do you want? Pass through this life, been handed everything, getting done for you, and you have to make money. Oh my God, by the way, I'm due on my period. I get like angry, and then I'll probably start crying about all of this tomorrow. I'll regret that I ever said it. I'll be crying about everything.
Do you think you've ruined the podcast?
Do you think we're going to get cancelled? Because I think Kyle Walker was a bit of a bad boy to his wife.
Imagine he came and tried to sue you.
They'll probably try and come and have a baby with me. Sue me. That'd probably get you cancelled, to be fair, wouldn't it? Oh, who gives a Honestly, the things I know. The things I know. And have to sit here, be a good Catholic, try and please everyone. I've had enough. I'm done.
Thoroughly enjoyed my Nando's, must say.
By the way, it looks great. And tonight's going to be a prawn stir fry. Yeah, with egg. Fine noodles, no that. You have that bit. At the
Finish the end.
I'll have a little.
One. Just finish it. My nose is running.
Okay.
I've got some coleslaw here.
Can we get sponsored by Nando's?
Nando's is doing any more black cards? Oh, right, great business.
That's the best meal I've ever had, Nando's. Thank you.
I'm just dipping into the Nando's coleslaw now.
Who orders coleslaw? What a weirdo.
It's good.
Best coleslaws in it. Hold on.
If I had some salt, I'd be banging, but I've not got salt right now.
Really crunchy, this one. Well, there's a feature. What is she eating? Minge.
Oh, I can't believe she said that on a podcast.
That's it.
She's eating minge. She's eating minge. Oh, that's outrageous.
This girl, absolute liability. She talks about a minge like she's got one. Like she's seen a few in her time.
I have. I'll eat your mother's minge. No, yours.
See,
'Cause
this
your
is
mum's
where you
mine.
go too far.
Your mum's mammal, so...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Good to see that, people. Take you off.
I don't know. When's football back? What's happening? I mean, not you personally. When is football back? When's the WSL back this weekend? Oh, I'm sure the Manchester Derby's next weekend.
I can watch that then, Casimir.
Oh,
I'm not. I'm away.
Isn't it? Is it? I think it's like Saturday night or something, or Sunday night. And then I'm sure. Oh, Arsenal Chelsea's coming up too.
When's that?
We need to watch along.
When is that?
2 weeks on Sunday, I'm sure.
Okay.
2 weeks on Sunday. I'm sure it's Arsenal Chelsea. This is the year. We're going stratospheric, guys.
What's that mean?
We're going out of the stratosphere with YouTube. We're going big time.
Okay.
Sweatpants.
Aye.
Oh.
We've actually, guys, we've said this before, so I don't want to be the person
We
that you
said this
think
last year.
you think we're full of but we've now committed to we will definitely record once a week. It should be bang on a certain day, out for a certain time. If not, it'll be the next day. But we've got a 2-day window that there will be a podcast out, and it'll probably be a Monday or a Tuesday if we went with.
Brownie's honour.
So we're holding ourselves accountable for that, so we can get more. Just consistency. That's the word I'm looking for, isn't it?
Consistency. We've got lots of others.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Wow.
Got lots of other jobs, but you know what? You guys are here for us, and we're our own boss in this situation.
And we want to give you more and grow our channels. Because this is where it started.
And I'm sure very, very soon there's going to be some more news coming your way.
My baby's name?
Your baby's name, just basically Rush's life continues to be an absolute roller coaster. Rush's life mirrors that of the Pepsi Max. What's those roller coasters out in America? Flying about Walt Disney. Nothing's ever fucking normal. Ah! Why can't life just be a straight ride?
I'll also be holding interviews to have a new co-host on my podcast.
And
so watch this space.
Then, yeah, okay, fine. And then we'll get your sperm donor and all that sort of dish too.
Hopefully I get that sponsored.
A sponsored sperm donor?
The sponsored whole thing. Like the sponsored treatment.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean, Cass?
Do you not need to apply?
Well, yeah, but I'm hoping I'll get it sponsored.
Maybe we should start your application.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, fine. Any final thoughts before we get out of here? Just a quick chat. Feel like Beyonce. When Beyonce did her announcement.
I probably have twins, so.
You probably will. The twin gene is strong in our family. In case I haven't told you. So we're twins. Our dad's a twin. My mum's mum, so our nanny's siblings were twins. And then I had twins, and I had this thing called IUI. It's not IVF. And basically just make sure you're ovulating. And then when they can see there's eggs there, they drop in the old sperm, the old spizzles.
The magic juice is what
The magic juice.
in the clinics.
The junk in my trunk.
Right.
And then it goes in. And then if it's successful, which it was, fabulous. So the gene pool is strong for twins.
Yeah.
And
I'll probably
because
have
you're going to
triplets or
need
something.
help, unless you go and actually just have a man.
Speak for yourself. You don't know me.
But what? But you've just told me you're looking at a donor.
That's true.
So unless you're going to
Doesn't mean I won't go out there.
sleep with a poor man.
Find some rich mother trucker in St Albans. Who wants to be baby daddy?
Yeah, somebody close by. Is there anybody in the St Albans area who would make a good sperm bachelor?
But isn't a freak, isn't too posh and won't bore me to tears.
Freaks like this. Oh, that's just so funny.
I went to
if I've
private
known a-
school with my siblings.
Can you not make fun of my husband?
Extremely intelligent.
That's my husband.
As it's a bit of a rarity.
That is
Your
my husband.
husband and all his brothers went to private school. That's bad.
And what? They can't help the lovely life they were given.
Big gimps, isn't it?
It'd be sad if there were bellends, but they're not. They're lovely.
In your opinion? You
That's
did marry
not,
one.
That's
do you know
not
what I mean?
very kind.
So,
that's not very
that's
kind.
not very nice.
That's not very nice. Imagine you married one of Jamie's brothers in the end.
You'd love that, man. Honestly, you would think that's
One of my very good friends' brother married her husband's sister.
one of your good friends.
So Laura married Maka,
Right.
Laura's brother Kieran married Donna, who's Macca's sister.
Jesus. What's that? Is that normal?
Yeah,
or is
it's
that like
completely
another
fine.
weird thing? Is
No,
that all right?
it's like you marrying Brendan.
I suppose it's just like...
Or it's like Brogan marrying Shane.
I thought that was weird, isn't it? Because then they would be... And it'd be weird.
It would be, I mean, they seem to make it work. I think it's a cool story.
Is it?
Yeah. Any of you ever had that? You can let us know. Anyway,
I can't say nothing. Do you know what I mean?
That was a good half hour of venting from me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with it. If you
Yeah.
agree with me, jump in the comments. If you don't agree with
Jump in
me,
the comments and abuser.
you want to at me? Either. I don't care. Look at my face. I don't care. Again, I'm preaching to the wrong bunch here. You guys are really nice.
You might get some people that hate you from Talksport that come on.
That's
just
fine.
'cause you...
Oh, come on, man. You're giving me money. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Like,
Speaks to you.
subscribe. Like I say, more coming up soon. I'd imagine. Very soon. Until then, stay well. Look after yourself. Be true to yourself. Work hard. Be a good person. Be kind.
Don't let anyone dim your light. Always remember that. Write your own story. That's it for me.
That was lovely. Loved that. Right. Bye.